You. Yes, you. You want to hear about this cool new book I'm hyperfixated on? Well, you're gonna hear about it anyway, so here's a short animated video essay on the many pieces of technology in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. First of all, what book are we even talking about? Well, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is a science fiction book that takes place in the near future timeline with far futuristic technology. Written by Douglas Adams, it is a quirky book that lets you experience events centered around the protagonist, Arthur Dent, as he travels along the galaxy with his alien companions. In this essay, I'll be covering pieces of technology in this wacky universe, and first on our checklist is the Heart of Gold. The Heart of Gold is a giant spaceship which serves as the protagonist's main mode of transportation around the universe. It looks sleek, futuristic, and it's way ahead of its time. It wasn't actually owned by the main group at first, it was stolen by Zaphod Beetlebrox, the two-headed, three-armed former president of the universe who is also part of our main crew. Its status, luxury, and capabilities motivated him to steal the ship. Plus, it allows him to fuel his goal of finding the legendary planet Magrathea. Its method of movement is the infinite improbability drive, which gives it infinite amounts of energy and movement through methods which we'll explain actually right now. It is explained in the book that faster than light technology was thought to be impossible. That was the case until scientists realized that impossible only meant a finite probability, not a task that is completely undoable. Using this logic, they built the infinite improbability drive. It can go through every point in the universe at one point. It's hard to explain the depth of that directly through scientific terms, so I'll explain this through a metaphor. Imagine going to work, then going for lunch, then back to work, then Subway for dinner, then going out with your friends, then back home again. Now imagine that 365 times a year for almost 14 billion years past and billions to come, faster than a blink of an eye. The closest to something like that we have is a phone call. Most people don't know how crazy video calls are. We can send real-time images with audio to someone all the way around the world with very little latency, and that doesn't even come close. And all that is to say is the infinite improbability drive is, ironically, impossible. Though something that isn't impossible and could become very real is a genuine people personality AI. The genuine people personality AI, or GPP AI, is similar to the modern day ChatGPT or Gemini, and that it can mimic human characteristics and movements. The main example of this in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is an AI named Marvin, who is depressed. Marvin is a comic relief character that can't get a grip and is usually very pessimistic. Because of this, Marvin is often a liability and often wanted to be left behind. There's also a computer on the spaceship, Eddie. Eddie is very cheerful, almost to a fault, and is often yelled at by the captain. He's a good sport about it though, and isn't affected at all by the anger. The technology is to the point where the AI is virtually indistinguishable from human emotions. It shows what the capabilities of AI in this new age are, and how it could develop comparable mental health problems like actual living, breathing people. If our current AIs continue to evolve, then the genuine people personality AI could become a reality. Another form of artificial intelligence in the book is a supercomputer called Deep Thought. Deep Thought is the greatest computer of all time and was created by hyper-intelligent, pan-dimensional beings purely to find the answer of life, the universe, and everything. It is so smart that it becomes a problem, as philosophers are willing to basically fight to turn it off. You know how some people say that some jobs are safe from AI? Well, in this universe, basically nothing is safe. Right now, jobs like being a nurse, construction worker, or philosopher are completely safe from replacement by machines. But in the book, Deep Thought and probably many, many more AIs have replaced these supposedly unreplaceable jobs. Last on our list is the whole namesake of the book, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It is a small handheld tablet that basically predicted the existence of Wikipedia. It is full of user-generated content on how to traverse the galaxy for basically free, along with much more content. It contains information on billions of worlds and species that the main characters face and provides context to any problems that the characters might encounter. It has two handles that, when closed, spell the words "Don't panic" in a very subtle reminder to the crew that they should always be staying calm. Well, that was most of the important tech in The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It's a very interesting and funny read, and me and my team really enjoyed it. And we actually recommend you read it too. Hope you all had fun, or at least were a little bit entertained by our work. And Mrs. D could give us a good grade, please. We worked so hard on this.